Paving. Call today, 983-6455.
Josh Stewart is the first arm out of the bullpen for Texas A&M. The Aggies have had a really short rotation. Prager, who made his second start of the College World Series, he's one of 5 pitchers that have worked. The other 4 have all pitched in both games. Well, let's see. The other 4 have worked 2 games each. So Josh Stewart is making his 3rd appearance, all out of the pen. No wins or losses, a 2.08 earned run average here in Omaha. 4 1/3 innings, 3 hits, a run that was earned, struck out 7, walked 1. He gave up a home run. Opponents hitting 188 against him here at Charles Schwab Field. Where's the number 34, a 6'2 junior, 195 pounds, Georgetown, Texas is the hometown, was first at the University of Texas before making the trip from Austin to College Station. On the season, 1-2 with a 4.33 earned run average, 24th appearance, again all out of the pen, 27 innings, 28 hits, 13 runs all earned. In 27 innings, he has struck out 34, he's walked 6. 2 doubles, 6 home runs allowed. Opponents hit 269 against Josh Stewart. Right-hander takes over to face Billy Amick, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Blake Burke has led off the inning with a double. He's at second. First pitch. Hard breaking ball. Slider misses low and outside for ball 1. Tennessee trails 7-2. Again, identical pitch. Tails low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes to the ball's third baseman. Dylan Dreiling moves into the on-deck circle. Check of second. Pitch. Ruled a strike on the outside corner. So after a couple of sliders, he went with a fastball. Found his target. Again, Burke the lead from second. Another pitch low and outside. 3-1. Right-hander again, comes set. A glance at the runner. Strike on the outside corner. Sliders have missed, the fastballs have hit. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Amick is 4 for 15 in the College World Series. Has a double, a run batted in, 3 runs scored, and a pair of walks. Awaits the payoff pitch. Stewart misses low and outside, and it's 2 on to start the bottom of the 5th inning. That is the first walk allowed or issued by Texas A&M in this ballgame. Pitching coach for A&M will jog out to the mound. Quick conversation, as it will now be, instead of the right-handed batter Billy Amick, left-handed hitter and Dylan Dreiling, and Dylan off to a good start. Infield hit to open the second, scored the first run for Tennessee. Base hit in the third with 2 out to keep things going. Hunter Ensley would follow with an RBI single to make it 7-2 at the time, and that's where we stand.
2 strikes on the left-handed hitting Dylan Dreiling. First and second, nobody out. The 0-2. Line down the right field line, but he hooked it foul. That's the slider. Burke the leadoff double. Amick the walk. First and second, nobody out. 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting Dreiling. Fouled straight back.
A little bit more velo right there. Reach back and touch 93. Get that foul ball.
peek back to second. Another 0-2 out in front. I don't know if that was a slider or a change on him. First and second, nobody out. 0-2 to Dreiling. Stewart peeks back to second. Called strike three, struck him out with that slider. He went backdoor on him. One down.
29.07 on the spin rate. Man, that's breaking. Coming in there on an 0-2 pitch.
And instead of having a book, you get a pitch this late, throw it out. They don't have a scouting report on what you're going to do against them.
Yeah. Even if you watch those two appearances here in the College World Series, here's Hunter Ensley, 2 for 2. RBI single in the third. Slider is low. I'm sorry, that's the cutter. That's MPH. Did not get ahead of Amick. Did get ahead of Dreiling. 1-0 to the right-handed hitting Ensley. Off the end of the bat. That slider. Almost ran out of bat. 1-1. 81 pitches for Ryan Prager. 60 of them were strikes. 8 hits, 2 runs, responsible for Burke at second. In 4 innings, plus 1 batter. 1-1 to Ensley. First and second, 1 away. Pitch. Down and away with the slider. 2-1. Evan Ashen Beck in the Aggie bullpen.
Just shows you how important game 1 is.
7-2 Aggies. First and second, 1 away. 2-1 to Ensley. Off the aim. Jammed him. Fouls it off right side. 2-2. Sorrell about 2 steps towards the line and left. Chestnut straight away. Laviolette straight away. And deep. 2-2 the count to Hunter Ensley. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch. Just missed outside. Count full.
See if Tennessee puts these runners in motion.
Burke from second. Amick from first. 1 out. 3-ball, 2-strike count to Ensley. Got him! Cold strike 3. He struck him out with the fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts. Josh Stewart 2 away. It must not be in Tennessee's scouting report that he's going to go fastball.
He's eating up the bottom part of the zone with that fastball. And cross the plate. Well, just in the buffer zone.
Here we go again. 2 on for Kavares Tears. He hit a 3-run home run off Josh Stewart in Hoover. He bats with 2 on, 2 out. Here in the 5th, 7-2 Texas A&M. Pitch. Fastball at the knees for a strike. Boy, he reared back and threw that at 94.
Yeah. That might be as hard a pitch as we've seen from him this year.
Yep. But even that velo is up from last season. The 0-1. Another fastball, swing and a miss. It's 0-2, and he did run out of bat because that ran away from the left-handed hitting Tears. 2 strikes. I mean, all 3 outfielders are deep. 0-2. Ground ball to the right side. Kent Fields. Stewart has to cover. No, Burton does. And they get Tears to ground outs. First and second, nobody out, and the Aggies get out of it, and they carry the 7-2 lead into the 6th. This is Aggie Baseball from Learfield.
Texas. Howdy, Aggs. This is Bob McLaren with 44 Farms in Cameron, Texas, only 50 miles from College Station. I'd like to personally invite you to enjoy our premium, all-natural Angus beef by visiting 44steaks.com. We're honored that our Angus beef with no added hormones or antibiotics is served in many of the most celebrated restaurants and memorable family gatherings across America. 44 Farms, the
Gavin. Leaving runners at second and third. Gets a clean inning now for the Tennessee Volunteers. Third out of the pen for Tennessee. Stamos started, lasted a third of an inning. Causey 3 2/3. Cannell 2/3 of an inning. Phillips, fourth pitcher overall. Aggies carry the 7-2 lead. Jace will lead off. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification all along the Texas A&M Sports Network. Jace Laviolette is 0 for 2. He has a walk and a run scored, sandwiched between a fly to left and a strikeout. Tennessee goes with 3 on the right side of the infield. Second baseman Moore in shallow right. Amick, the third baseman, moves to shortstop. Third base vacated. First pitch fastball is upstairs, cut on and missed. 0-1.
Fastball's been 96 to 98.
First base side of the rubber, 0-1. Jace under his hands, inside, 1-1.
Jace and Teddy, the only two in the lineup without a hit yet, but Jace has walked, so he's been on, and Teddy has been robbed of a double again earlier tonight.
And a single on that one up the middle off of Causey.
Yeah.
1-1 nearly hits Jace all the way to the backstop, 2-1.
He got to throw from the windup with the runners on at second and third, and I wonder what he would be like when he has to go from the stretch.
Two and one, the count to Jace. 3 on the right side. 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3-1. Might just find out. Jace had a 3-1 count. Pop to left. That was his first time up. He's got another 3-1 count. Fouls out of play left side to make it 3-2.
Center cut fastball. He got the pitch he wanted to swing at it. And just a little tardy.
Count now full to Jace Laviolette. Leading off the 6th, 7-2 A&M here in game 1. Pitch. He goes the other way. Coming on is Dreiling. Jace retired. There's Jackson Appel. It's a fascinating matchup, right? Jackson's so good on the fastball. Phillips basically throwing nothing but fastballs.
Yes.
It's already 4 multi-hit Aggies tonight. Jackson, one of them, right behind him. Hayden Schott, Caden Sorrell also, and Caden Ken another.
Single and a double and 3 at-bats for Appel, batting left. Fastball high and away. I look at this young man, and the first thing I think about is raw. Frank Anderson probably loves having his hands on a guy like this. 1-0. Down low with a fastball. 2-0. Two ball, no strike count to the switch hitting Appel, batting left against the righty Marcus Phillips. Inside, 3-0.
I mean, he's not overthrowing it to be 97-98.
Left-hander in Tennessee's bullpen. 3-0 to Appel. He's going to make Phillips throw him a strike. does 3-1. Could have had our first ball 5 chance. Thanks, Marcus.
Yeah.
Disappointing all of us.
Throw it right down the middle, but still.
Called strike 2.
Got a little bit extra there. A little bit extra on that strike zone.
Count full. Worked from 3-0 to 3-2 to Jackson Appel. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. 1 out walk for Jackson Appel. He's been aboard 3 of his 4 plate appearances.
Tennessee fans seeing that with their heart, not their eyes. That wasn't even close. And now we'll see what you get from when he has to go to the stretch.
Against Hayden Schott, who is 2 for 3. He has reached all 3 times on an error in the first, RBI single in the third, double in the fourth. Appel at first, 1 away. There he goes. Pitch is low and inside, throw to second. Not in time. Appel, the stolen base.
Better speed than most catchers. You get that label of a catcher and everybody thinks you can't run, but that is not the case with Jackson Appel.
16th steal. 1 behind Travis Chestnut. Here's Tony Vitello to the mound.
And on those 16 steals for Jackson, he hadn't been caught much, has he?
Once.
Just once, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, 3 times.
I'm sorry, 3 times.
3 times.
16
for
of 19.
Yeah.
For the longest time, it was just once.
Yeah. Is this a call to the bullpen, or is Tony Vitello just
He's
visit?
walking down to the...
Yeah, he's going to go to, I believe that is Andrew Benke, the left-hander. So Tony knows how effective you got to throw strikes.
Yep, it's 19 Benke.
But here's both these teams structure their lineups where there's not too many lefties in a row or too many righties in a row. It's the lefty shot, then Burton, then Sorrell.
Well,
but lefty-lefty really doesn't mean an awful lot with some of the splits this year.
True. And I just went and counted. Their staff has had 11 pitchers.
Really?
Yes. So really
They
stacked it.
They went with 16 position players.
16 position players. I think they have 1 two-way guy that I might have listed as a position player. But this team, as Benke starts to warm up, it's much heavier towards the position players on their roster.
And I had asked Schloss before the second Florida game, can you change your roster during the World Series? No. 27 is who you bring.
Yeah.
And then he went on a mini rant on the NCAA.
Well,
along the lines of you want them to experience all of this, and I'm limited in the number that, not that he's mad at the 27. He would like to bring, as he was saying, Jet Johnston, Jason Bowden. He would like to reward a Troy Wansing. Would they play? No. He would like to bring them, but you can't.
Let's take a look at Andrew Benke here, the left-hander from Nashville, Tennessee. 5'10", 180-pound sophomore. On the year, 3-1 with a 3.08 ERA, 23rd appearance. No starts, 26 and a third innings pitched, 21 hits. Only 9 runs, they're all earned. He's walked 8. He struck out 37 in 26 and a third, so pretty good walk to inning pitch ratio there. And he's allowed 5 home runs because no one talks about the 82 home runs that Tennessee gave up this year playing in a little bitty ballpark.
Always said that. Their park doesn't great for those 5 weekends in the conference and midweek. It doesn't help them in Hoover. Not that they can hit it in any park, but these are the 2 biggest parks that they play in.
Yes.
Hayden Schott inherits Benke inherits a 1-ball, no-strike count to Hayden Schott. Marcus Phillips, 2/3 of an inning, a walk, a strikeout, 17 pitches, only 8 of them were strikes. Lefty-lefty. Now with Benke, third base side of the rubber. Peeks back at Appel at second. Sidewinder. Fastball is a strike on the outer half of the belts. 1-0 the count to shot. 288 against lefties. Appel off second with 1 away. 1-1. One slider on him, and it's a strike. It's 1-2.
Let's see if he is able to take a pitch to left field here.
Appel's off second, 1 away. He walked, stole the base. 1-2 to shot. Swing and a miss. Chase that slider down and away. 2 away.
Well, now Ted Burton gets a chance to see a lefty pick him up here, pick up his teammate. That's a good looking pitch right there. That was going to be in the strike zone anyway.
And with Teddy stepping to the plate, you're starting to ask how many good swings does a guy have to put on a ball to make it fall?
Hey, sometimes you just need a chili dip one.
That works too, but it's 3 doubles he's had taken away in the last 2 games now.
Fastball too far inside, 1 ball and no strikes. In this postseason, Behnke, 3 1/3 against Indiana in the regional. No runs, 3 hits. Inning and a third against Evansville. That's in the lone game they lost. A run on 3 hits in an inning and a third. And a third of an inning against Florida State, giving up a hit. 1-0. Burton, fastball, outside corner. Not a strike, too low, out of the strike zone, buffer zone. Aggies have not been happy with the high strike, which is right around the belt, maybe a little higher. You may have been able to hear them on the shot at bat. Home plate umpire Mike Morris has been giving that pitch to the pitchers. 1-1. Burton off the end of the bat. That's a tapper towards third. It's fielded by the pitcher. No throw. Appel stays at third. He rounded it, got back. That's an infield single. Burton, what's that go? 30 feet?
That's the hit. Scotty said it. Scotty said it. That's what you need sometimes.
You just got to get the ball. It looks like a line drive. Those doubles that have been robbed look like easy pop-ups.
If you back off the 105 exit velocity, you can get one to drop in. You could be on base.
41 on the exit, 4 feet before it hit the ground. Line drive, third base.
Attaboy, Teddy.
Infield single is the Aggies' 12th hit. And he is a candidate to go. He's at first. Appel's at third. 2 outs for Sorrell. Lined into right center field, but Chapman there. First pitch swinging, lining out to right is Sorrell. Andrew Behnke gets out of it. Bottom of the 6th next. 7-2, Texas A&M leads Tennessee. It's Aggie baseball from Learfield.
Just the Aggies, they're your Aggies. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Aggie pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Aggies. That's wellsfargo.com/Aggies. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. Copyright 2024, Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Slovacek's Hickory Smoked Sausage is what game days in Aggie land are all about. Slovacek's has been a part of the Aggie community since 1957, and it's made just down the road in Snook, Texas. Each batch of Slovacek sausage is still crafted using the original Czech recipe Aggies have loved for decades. So the next time you find yourself craving a taste of Aggie land, look for Slovacek's at your local grocer or visit our store, featured on the Texas Bucket List on I-35 in West. Slovacek's, the official sausage of Texas A&M Athletics.
At Texas A&M, our goal is to build champions, and we need you, the 12th man, to be a part of that like never before. By joining us in our official NIL partner, that's Texas Aggies United. And here's how and where you can join. TexasAggiesUnited.com. Help build the best NIL program in the country. 7-2 Aggies, bottom of the 6th inning. Scott, Will, Andrew here in Omaha. Tony, producer, you've been with us long enough to know all the last names. Josh Stewart begins his 2nd inning of relief. 7, 8, 9. Curley, Chapman, Stark. Curley in that 7-hole is 2 for 2 with an RBI.
Well, all four batters that have gotten hits against the Aggies are multi-hit games with Burke, Dreiling, and Insling, and then the leadoff hitter here, Curley.
Righty, Stewart and Curley. Starts him with a fastball in the inside corner as he dots Jackson Appel's glove. It's 0-1. 2 hits in this game, 10 in the postseason for Curley. 0-1. Just low. Ball and a strike. Another fastball by Stewart. Always from the stretch and from the third base side, 1-1. Slider low, 2-1. So you see here is Curley leading off for Tennessee, and he is just one of many. Laverne, California. The SEC is taking a ton of talent from that state. They all want to play in the SEC. It's that third baseman right there. There was a tweet today, all of Orange County rooting for Gavin Grahovac in this College World Series. 2-1. Fly ball into left field. Sorrell started back, now coming on, and making the grab. Chestnut right behind him in shallow left center. Such a big swing by Curley on that slider, but Caden can just cover so much ground there left.
Are there other baseball players in Orange County, California? If all of them are rooting for Gavin Grahovac?
Good question.
Yeah, I wonder. It'd be like DFW with Caden Sorrell. It'd be like Flower Mound, Texas. It's not the only time you're going to see Flower Mounders on the roster.
It's always one of my favorite things. Schloss told me, what did he say about Ryan Prager? He said, I remember where I was on my porch in Fort Worth when he told me he wasn't coming to TCU.
That was the last player the Aggies committed before COVID.
And then as Grahovac goes to the right of second base, 3 on the right side for Reese Chapman. Vacating third, swing and a miss. And then Schloss goes on to tell the story. He had told me this earlier. He said, first meeting with the team, all y'all who said no to me at TCU, thank you. Glad to have you here at Texas A&M. 0-1 to Chapman, trying to bunt his way on. It was actually a sacrifice. Missed with a fastball away to the left-handed hitting Chapman, 1-1. But what we said about Frank Anderson, you say about Rob Childress. You want to be a major league pitcher? You sign with Rob Childress in Texas A&M.
And now if you want to be a major league pitcher, you sign with Max Wiener, Texas A&M.
Swing and a miss. This is Bargo. Excuse me. One of those guys off the bench, Dalton Bargo. Utility guy hitting for Chapman. Also swings from the left side. I would imagine stay in and play right. 1-2. Got him, swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball. Third strikeout. Josh Stewart, 2 away.
That's probably why they weren't trying to bunt.
And I think that was the confusion of Grahovac.
Yes.
Left, right. When I say that, third base or to the right of second, third base or to the right of second.
But then again, there's a fastball again at 93.
Yeah.
And getting away from all that stuff that was 70% slider for the majority of the season.
That's a slider that is fouled by Cal Stark, but he's got to land it for a strike, and that's what he's done. He's landed that fastball for a strike.
But what I talked about when his slider was a pitch that if he threw it and it looked like it was in a strike zone, it's going to end up a ball. Now they're reading that as a fastball that's cutting the plate in half.
Over for a strike. He's ahead 0-2 after that front door slider. 0-2 to Cal Stark, who's 0-4-2.
Yeah, when you would throw it at your hip, then the slider would break in.
2 down, bases empty. 7-2 Aggies in the 6th. Josh Stewart, 0-2 to Cal Stark. Up and in, 1-2.
And he is not at the far edge of the rubber anymore. They have moved him, hit the edge of his foot now is at the rubber. He had his foot past past the rubber quite a bit.
Yeah. 1-2 to Cal Stark. Righty-righty matchup. 2 down, 1-2. Fouled straight back. Slider away.
So you added a pitch and you moved where he's throwing pitches from.
That slight difference, arm angle, could be the difference between catching the inside or being confident throwing it there.
Yes.
All three outfielders deep, out the infield deep, straight away against Cal Stark. Here's the 1-2 from Josh Stewart. Just missed with a slider away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Now the Aggie fans saw that with their heart.
Yeah. Not a beach ball, but something in right center.
Well, what does that lead to?
A La Casa break and play? La Casa tequila? Do we get to take shots? 2-2 to Cal Stark. 2 down. Base is empty. Aggies lead 7-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Game number 1 of this College World Series. Josh Stewart always pitches from the stretch. Sends a 2-2 home. Down and away. Count full.
3-2.
Full count to Cal Stark, slightly open stance from the right side. The right-hander Josh Stewart comes set as he always does. 3-2. Ball 4. Lost him. Does not have a hit in this College World Series. Draws a 2-out walk. And here's Christian Moore.
Now you're back in the frying pan. The top 3 guys in our lineup.
Yeah. You did not want anybody on. You could have had the top of the order in the 7th. Instead, Moore bats with a Cal Stark at first. He's 0 for 3 as Moore. He went committed on that slider down and away, says home plate umpire. Mike Morris, it's 0-1.
Pretty easy call right there. And he's been looking for home runs a lot. Hey, and somebody from Brenham's up and warming.
Chandler Joswalk?
Not Chandler Joseph.
No, he's in Pensacola.
No, he's in front of the TV right now.
0-1. Fastball missed off the plate outside to the right hand anymore.
Pensacola, the Blue Wahoos, right? Yeah.
And Will Johnston, I need to look up his tweet. He had someone from Florida wearing some 12th man gear.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. 1-1 to Christian Moore. Stark at first, 2 away, held on by Burton. The pitch the other way, down the right field line, slicing foul. In and out of the hands of a fan along that railing. All the foul territory here, so much of it behind home plate, in front of the dugouts. It curves, and then there's minimal foul territory the last 20 feet or so, maybe 30 feet down the lines.
2 strikes, but you got to be careful. He smoked that 107 miles per hour off the bat.
1-2 to Moore. Stark at first, 2 away. The pitch off the end of the bat, foul territory. Burton coming over. Does he have room? Ran out of wall and actually flips over that wall into the camera well. Caden Kent over to get him upright.
Fortunate, I think somebody caught him as he went over the railing, because it's a long fall down to concrete in that camera well, but he never went all the way to the ground, all the way down to the concrete after he went over the railing.
It's the hair flip for me after he gets up.
Yeah. Oh, he put his hand down. He put the right hand down as he goes over. Watch him do a handstand there.
Well, he did go to the ground. It's just his handstand that stopped him.
He got the backside caught, so he didn't flip all the way over.
Seriously, though, the hair flip when he got back on his feet.
He looked like a gymnast and then flipped the hair.
1-2, the count to Christian Moore. 33 home runs, 73 driven in. Dangerous, dangerous hitter. Slider down and away. Taken all the way by Moore, 2-2. In the postseason, he's homered 5 times and driven in 10. Hits in each of his last 4 games for Christian Moore. Stark, the 2-out walk, leads from first. 2-2 to Christian Moore. The pitch from the right-hander Stewart. Just missed outside. Count full, check, no swing, says first base umpire Linus Baker.
We're not going to like the replay if we see this.
Nope, held up. Fraction of an inch.
Yeah. Well, that's his strength considering how hard he swung that bat.
Stark will be off and running on this 3-2. To shortstop, Camadillo. It's going to go across the diamond. Moore retired, so are the Tennessee Volunteers. Jay Stu does it again. We've played 6. 7-2, Texas A&M. This is Aggie baseball from Learfield.
They're not just the Aggies, they're your Aggies. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Aggie pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Aggies. That's wellsfargo.com/Aggies. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. Copyright 2024, Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Each patient is unique. That's why our team of cardiovascular experts is committed to healing every kind of heart. St. Joseph Health is the region's first accredited chest pain center. From heart failure to arrhythmias and cardiovascular surgery. For hearts that love, care, comfort, and heal, we treat them all. Learn more at st-joseph.org/cardiology.
Seventh inning baseball, game 1 of this College World Series. The Aggies have the 7-2 lead on the Tennessee Volunteers. For comprehensive coverage of college baseball all season long, tune to SiriusXM College Sports Radio Channel 374 in the car or on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. Get a free trial. SiriusXM.us/SEC Radio 2023. Dalton Bargo stays in and plays right field.
Tennessee only has 1 extra base hit. That's been a big key for the Aggies, even though they now have 2 walks, as you've kept them from hitting the extra bases.
And then if you go a little tail of the tape in game here, with runners on base, the Aggies a very solid 8 for 18. Tennessee is 4 for 15. Then you extend that to runners in scoring position. The Aggies a very respectable 5 for 15. That's a lot of traffic.
Yes,
you have 15 chances with runners in scoring position. Tennessee 2 for 11 in that situation.
Obviously, all the Aggies came here, and they also brought more maracas for this finals. Fastball from Benke. Fires that, does the left-hander. Pushes the right-handed hitting Camadillo off the plate 1-0.
Well, the maracas are not an inflatable that bursts like a bubble.
True. Yeah. Ollie's 1 for 3, but he's been on base twice. Change high. 2 balls and a strike. Benke's going to give you. 2 balls, no strikes. Benke's going to give you that side winding action. Third base side of the rubber for the left-hander. Even with the bag is Amick at third. 2-0. Slings that outside. It's 3-0 to Ollie. There's the anticipation. 3-0. You know
the
12th man wants to.
organist should be doing Carly Simon's anticipation.
Over for a strike. 3-1.
I mean, I didn't get After Midnight by Clapton the other day, but right there, anticipation would be highly.
Are you sending it to John Benedict, our organist? 5-pitch walk to Ali Camadillo. He's been on base 3 times. An error, he scored in the 3rd. A single, he was caught stealing in the 5th. A leadoff walk here in the 7th. 7-2 Texas A&M. Here's Caden Kent, who is 2 for 2.
And there's Jeff Kent.
2-run single in the 3rd, single in the 5th. I was talking with John Wilkerson, who worked in Knoxville before going to Tennessee with, at the time, the Knoxville Blue Jays. He told me the story that Jeff Kent, when he was a player in that AA Southern League, he and the official scorer were trying to both get the same girl. Snap throw to first. Back is Camadillo.
That'll hurt your batting average.
Certainly did, because any questionable call became an error. And John says Jeff was getting so mad he was staring into the wrong booth. And John Wilkerson's like, it's not me making the call.
Yeah, you got to put the arrow.
That's right. Lefty, Benke and Kent move that way. Backstanding comedy.
That's a wonderful, astounding story, but when has anybody ever thought Jeff Kent had that kind of
I was just going to say, the
angst?
official score had absolutely no chance.
Yes.
No chance. And it really kept Jeff from getting to the major leagues, didn't it?
Yes.
He could have been an MVP.
Slide step, fastball is a strike, going wrong. You know, this is my criteria, one of the criteria for the Hall of Fame. Were you the best at your position when you played? And for a while there, Jeff Kent was the best second baseman.
Were you good enough to move an
snap throw to first, back diving, save, Camadeo outside of the bag. The glove is on the right hand of Blake Burke. He's a left-handed thrower, and Ollie able to slide back in. That's a good throw by Stark, the catcher.
Were you good enough to move a Hall of Famer, Craig Biggio, to another position?
Yeah,
that
should be part of the criteria.
Yeah, is that
also
part of the criteria?
Yeah. 1-1 to Kent. Slide step. Down and away, 2-1.
Now, they just showed the Kent family with the bubble gun. Sometimes being an MVP still has some VIP.
2-1 to Caden Camadeo, the leadoff walk. Pitch. Out of play left side. I can't tell you the number of times that off day, even late after a game, walk into the team room, get some waters. There's Caden Kent, and he's got the laptop, and he is just watching and devouring film.
Well, the only thing he doesn't really pay track of is the stats, and that's what Will Johnson's
right. 2-2.
Yeah, but we got him covered.
Fouled straight back. We have gotten on different topics with him. He played first in the Cape last year. He's played all 4 infield positions. He kind of broke down what each entails. He was the emergency catcher outfield. He brought 4 gloves with him on the road last year. 2-2 instead to first, backstanding Camadeo.
This past summer in the Cape, both Caden and Ollie Camarillo were All-Star Game players. Both selected to the All-Star Game in Cape Cod.
I believe Caden.
Both as shortstops.
Falmouth. Yeah.
Was one of them with Harwich?
I believe so.
I
think that was Ollie.
Yeah.
2-2 with Camadeo at first. Hit well to right field, heading towards the Aggie bullpen. Kate Kent, 2-run home run, and the Aggies lead 9-2. Caden Kent, 2-run home run to right.
Kent family bubbles.
A&M.
And the ball goes crazy in the outfield, in the bullpen where that ball landed.
That is now 2 homers and 14 driven in the postseason. He is 13 for 26. He's at 500.
Looked like a changeup that he went down and barreled up. And I love that they play the Rattling Bog here in Omaha.
First pitch misses away to Travis Chestnut. He singled his last time up. And now to the mound goes Cal Stark. 9-2 A&M. The 2-run home run by Caden Kent. 2 in the bullpen for Tennessee, but not nearly ready. I mean, we're talking MVP type performance, aren't we? Aren't we?
The 2000 NL MVP may be watching the 2024 CWS MVP.
Tennessee's going, man, we missed Braden Montgomery.
Hey, nobody ever said Wally Pipp couldn't play. He just didn't get to play anymore. And
and the beauty is Cade's not trying to be Braden.
No.
He's just being Cade.
And look at the smile of that guy.
He had never won in 2 visits with Stanford. They were 2 and out both times. And his teammate has helped deliver 3 wins this year. And I loved what Hayden Schott said in that first game against Florida. Were you leading that team as the DH in the dugout? He goes, absolutely not. That's Braden Montgomery. He's the loudest.
Yeah.
1-1 to Chestnut. Fastball high. 2-1. Amick even with the bag at third. Burke just beyond the bag at first, and now he backs up, does Burke. 9-2 A&M with the 2-run home run by Caden Kent here in the 7th. Too far inside. Travis has a 3-ball, 1-strike count.
Well, we talked about it before. With only 11 pitchers, either you got to leave somebody out there to.
Chestnut skies this. Right on the line beyond third. Now the shortstop, Curley. He'll take it. Makes the backhanded grab. Chestnut retired. 1 away.
You got to have somebody just say, Coach, you can burn me, to have it out there. Because once again, we're chasing a 7 spot. And if we're going to win, we got to win 2 more games.
You're managing 3 games here.
Yes.
Yep.
This is the tournament that Schlossnagle is managing.
He said it in the regional?
Yes.
Yeah.
I manage that differently than I do the super regional. And now this became the super regional again.
Fastball up in under the hands of Gavin Grahovac. 1 ball and no strikes. The leadoff home run by Gavin. 23rd of the season. His 3rd off Tennessee pitching. He homered twice in Hoover. High and away by Benke. 2 balls and no strikes. He's 1 for 4. The lefty Benke. The righty Grahovac. 1 down, base is empty. 2-0. Swing and a miss at a change. 2-1. Playing him to pull on the infield. Straight away in the outfield. 2-1. Fouled straight back. Just missed that one. Opposite field home run leading off this game for Gavin Grahovac. You have 2 leadoff hitters that have a combined 56 homers and nearly 150 driven in. Missed away.
No.
On appeal, no swing. Not even close. 3-2. That's how the game has changed. Your leadoff hitters are different. Your 2 hitters are different. Your 8 hitters throughout the SEC. You go look at everybody's number 8 hitter in the lineup. Devastating numbers. Swing and a miss. He went up and away. He chased 2 away.
Yeah, you go back through this College World Series for the Aggie offense. 17 hits through the first 2 games, but 14 were singles. When we talked about that Florida game, they were kind of getting some pop back, getting the extra base hit going again. 5 extra base hits, including a home run against Florida in Game 3. And tonight, 2 doubles, 2 home runs. That extra base hit, that big swing becoming a factor again for the Aggies. It's really the right time to get it going, isn't it, late in the College World Series?
You kind of forget that this team can homer. They don't rely on it.
But at that time, after the first 2 games, we were impressed. They were 2-0 and didn't have a home run yet.
Yep. But you would have been trying to fight that weather, right? And those conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Jace Laviolette takes that change in her half. 1-1 the count to Jace. 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored.
Well, which team takes advantage of the wind blowing out today? Got 1 extra base hit for Tennessee.
Yeah, just the double.
1-1. Lefty-lefty with Benke. Swing and a miss. Staying off speed with Jace. 3 on the right side of the infield. Amick, the third baseman, moves to short. All 3 outfielders deep. 2 outs, bases empty, 1-2. Here's the pitch to Jace Laviolette. Oh, he drills this down the right field line. Will it stay fair? No. Out in front and foul.
Jace walked to the on-deck circle when he hit it. I can't see the right field line, but I watched Jace walk to the on-deck circle. Off the bat, he knew he got too much hook in that one.
Still 1-2.
We got no Carlton fist, no nothing. We don't even need to try to keep that one fair.
Another 1-2. Rolls that. Backhanded by Burke beyond first base. Beats Jace to the bag. Laviolette retired. So are the Aggies, but not before they add 2 on the 2-run home run by Caden Kent. 7-2 becomes 9-2 on the 2-run home run by Kent, who has driven in 4 of the Aggies' 9 runs. It's the 7th inning stretch, and it's brought to you by Texas Mutual Insurance Company. Texas Mutual reminds you that a good stretch is good for your health. So get up, stretch, move those muscles throughout the day. To the bottom of the 7th we go. 9-2 A&M. It's Aggie baseball from Learfield.
I'm Ethan Hawke, native Texan, here to talk to you about Texan icons. See, there's one Texas icon that does more for us than any other. A little trash barrel named Daryl. You've seen him on billboards and TV. This trash barrel reminds us to keep our state clean, so you don't mess with Texas. Next time you think of Texas icons, remember Daryl the Barrel, who's always reminding you, don't mess with Texas means don't litter. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
This is Chuck Box, and you're listening to Aggie Baseball on the Texas A&M Sports Network.
Chuck Box is not only a hell of a coach, stellar restaurant recommender, and the mayor of Mississippi.
And his parents are wonderful people.
You sat with them.
Sat with them. Once it got to Father's Day, I sat with them, and wonderful people. And John has had a great time downstairs with the families, the ones he didn't know and the ones he's known his whole life, like the Hutchins. It's been tremendous because there's a bunch of great people, the great parents of the players and the coaches.
First pitch is a cutter from Josh Stewart down and into the left-handed hitting Blake Burke, who is 2 for 3. He has singled, doubled, and scored. Kent in shallow right. That looked like a change that goes off the end of the bat by Burke to the Tennessee dugout, third base side. Kent is about 5 steps beyond second base on that outfield grass. Sorrell very deep in left. Jace is actually the closest to the warning track. This is the deepest Travis Chestnut has played in this College World Series, with the wind changing and blowing out. 1-1. Grounded foul past the Aggie dugout, and that camera well at Ted Burton. Flipped.
He's on top of the trophy now. He's not standing in the middle of the circle.
1-2 now to Blake Burke. And now Grahovac will go to short. Camadillo will go to the right of second base. Kent slides to his left in shallow right. 3 on the right side. Slider misses away to the left-handed hitting Burke. It's 2-2. 9-2 Aggies. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The righty Stewart, the left-handed hitting Burke. The 2-2 home. Got him, swing and a miss, struck him out. He went back foot slider. That is number 4 for Josh Stewart. And he got Burke impatient.
Yes. Well, the lefties can't see it as well as the righties when he's throwing it not at your hip.
29-15 on the spin rate.
Yeah.
Schloss to the mound. Is Josh okay? He went to home plate umpire Mike Morris, and they will walk to the mound together.
So this will not be a discussion about anything.
They want to make sure he's okay. And we talked about this before. If Schloss says anything strategy-wise, it becomes a visit.
Okay,
he's making sure he's okay.
The trainer, yeah. He just gave him a thumbs up, a gig him.
Was it the back?
Like something about the back when he spun that time.
You know what? He's carrying more weight with that mustache.
Well,
in the upper half.
You know what?
A few ounces.
The funny thing is, okay, here's the release, okay? The way he fell off, he did a little skip there.
Yeah.
And that's what they're checking. The other thing is, Every one of these with a mustache is trying to look like Jeff Kent. They may or may not know it.
I just love
Hayden's shot looks more like Jeff Kent than Caden Kent does.
Here's Billy Amick in on the hands. 1 ball and no strikes. No, you look at Josh's freshman picture at Texas and what he looks like now. Two very
He went
different
from 12 to 47 age-wise from that one photo to the other.
I thought the same thing of Gavin Gerhovitz's 7th grade picture.
Oh, my gosh. I've always joked fastball miss low and away 2-0. Gavin, the freshman photo from the fall, that's still on the Debbie and John Bethencourt scoreboard, completely different. It's like he put Miracle Grow on the beard. He looks nothing like a freshman. 2-0 the count to Billy Amick. 1 down, bases empty pitch. Down and away, 3-0. Brad Rudis is throwing in the Aggie bullpen.
Zane Buttknife is 2. A couple of righties. Brad and Zane.
You know, you think when you're throwing in a game like 10-2 against Ole Miss, he went 4 innings and it was effective.
Exactly.
And it put him in the rotation in the postseason.
And this was, you know, the conversation was ahead or behind. Who's my strike thrower?
Yeah.
Who's my get us through to the next game guy? It may be Zane Bedknife here. And that's why you're carrying the extra 3 pitchers that Tennessee is not.
Right. 14 pitchers for the Aggies, 13 position players, including the catchers Max Coffer and Hank Bard. Targach, one of those role players. 3-1. Down and away, ball 4.
Well, when you have a lead, you ask a pitcher to throw strikes. If you were to bring in Zane Buttknife, he is the ultimate strike thrower.
Really is. A big 6'8" frame.
You look at his collegiate career, even go back to Tarleton, the strikeout to walk ratio. I mean, you're looking at stuff that's up around 8-9 to 1. 8 or 9 to 1 on that strikeout to walk ratio. Coaches usually ask for 3 to 1. Zane goes out and says, hey, I'll triple that for you if you want me to.
Here comes Max Weiner. This will be the second coach's visit to the mound. So he talks with Josh Stewart. 5-pitch walk to Amick, who has walked twice, struck out twice. Dylan Dreiling.
And Dreiling and Inslee with, you know, multi-hit games already. Just saw Tanner Jones out there warming up. Met his whole family here when I've been up here.
Yeah.
Yep, all of them together. Tanner showed up to eat some as well. His uncle caught a home run from Dono from Florida in the first game against Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then caught a foul ball from him in our game.
Did he really?
So he got 2 balls from the same guy. The home run to deep left and then a foul ball in left.
Brody Donay saying, hey, sit in between the foul poles.
Exactly. No.
Runner at first, 1 away. Slider misses away. 1-0 the count to Dylan Dreiling. Max Weiner with the visit. Amick the 1-out walk held on by Burton. 1-0 the count to the left-handed hitting Dreiling. Pitch. Fastball right at the knees, 1-1. Grahovac about a step to his left at third. Camadeo and Kent double play depth. The 1-1. Into right field where Jay strips back on the warning track at the wall. He runs into that wall. It's a 2-run home run for Dylan Dreiling. 9-4. Dreiling is 3 for 4. His 21st homer, and he's driven in 70 this season.
Little life for Tennessee there, but it's just answering the 2 in the top for the Aggies.
Schloss is making sure everybody's ready.
Evan Ashen Beck.
Yeah.
Now back up. Brad Rudis still throwing.
Schloss to the mound. He's going to make a change.
Zane Buttknife, who has sat down.
Not going to have a chance of catching that one. He went to the edge, and then that hit. I don't know. That wasn't much deeper now that I just saw it right there. That hit the yellow pad, then hit the metal fence and came back. I thought it hit the fence in the past.
Jace started, and there's like a little
cut
that goes to that bullpen, and that's what Jace hit. He could not get to the wall.
Yeah.
Here comes Brad Rudis.
What a job by Josh Stewart right there. Pitcher of record right now for the Aggies.
Pitching change for Texas A&M. Brad Rudis comes on for the Aggies. Up 9-4, one down. Bottom of the 7th inning. This Texas A&M baseball.
Howdy, Aggs. This is Bob McLaren with 44 Farms in Cameron, Texas, only 50 miles from College Station. I'd like to personally invite you to enjoy our premium, all-natural Angus beef by visiting 44steaks.com. We're honored that our Angus beef with no added hormones or antibiotics is served in many of the most celebrated restaurants and memorable family gatherings across America. 44 Farms, the official beef of Texas A&M Athletics.
This is Ryan Swope fighting Texas A&M class of 13. Now that I'm not catching footballs, I'm playing golf at the golf club at Texas A&M. The golf club at Texas A&M is an 18-hole championship golf course located in the shadows of Kyle Field. The club offers discounted rates to students, faculty, and staff of Texas A&M, as well as several membership options. To learn more, visit golfclubtamu.com or call the club at 979-845-1723. Thanks and gig 'em. The golf club at Texas A&M is a proud corporate partner of Texas A&M Athletics.
Welcome back to the College World Series here in Omaha. A&M leads 9-4, 9-13-0 for the Aggies, 4-9-3 for Tennessee. Brad Rudis, a junior, 6 foot, 195 pounds from Madisonville, Texas, is now on to pitch for the Aggies. Rudis is 6-0 with a 2.29 ERA. This is his 24th appearance. He does have 2 starts. 35 in the 3rd innings pitched, 34 hits, 9 runs, 9 are earned. He's walked 12. He struck out 35, 256 the batting average against Brad Rudis.
He's pitched against Grambling, Louisiana in the regional, Oregon in the super regional. And he pitched twice on this mound 2 years ago in the Aggies' victory over Texas. He went an inning and a third, a 10-2 win on the Longhorns. And he pitched against Notre Dame in the 5-1 win over the Fighting Irish. 14 pitches against the Longhorns, 15 against the Fighting Irish. One down, bases empty. He'll face Hunter Ensley. Righty-righty matchup, the Sidewinder. Fastball at the knees for a strike on the outer half. It's 0-1. Ensley is 2 for 3, 2 singles and RBI.
Stewart and Prager right next to each other, hanging on the rail.
The 0-1. Hit well to left field. And Ensley greets Rudis with a home run. It's 9-5. Back-to-back homers for Tennessee. Aggie lead is 4. Still just 1 out in the 7th.
Well, Dreiling and Inslee have been the guys tonight. Both of them 3 for 4. Both with 2 RBIs. Both of them with home runs.
That will do it for Rudis. Schloss to the mound. He's going to call on the stopper of the year, who's going to have to get 8 outs against the Tennessee Volunteers. The Aggies got 2 in the top of the 7th. On the 2-run home run by Caden Kent, that made it 9-2. Tennessee has 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. And they have closed that gap to 4. It's 9-5. Evan Ashen Beck comes on for the Aggies. It's a pitching change for Texas A&M. You're listening to Texas A&M Baseball.
Technology, capability, and the confidence to see you through. And that's why we say Ford is the best in Texas.
They're not just the Aggies, they're your Aggies. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Aggie pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Aggies. That's wellsfargo.com/Aggies. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official bank of Texas A&M Athletics. Copyright 2024, Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
3 here in the bottom of the 7th for Tennessee. 2-run home run by Dylan Dreiling. Solo home run, Hunter Ensley. They go back-to-back. It's 9-5. Texas A&M leads Tennessee. Ashen Beck is on for the Aggies with 1 out here in the 7th. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification along the Texas A&M Sports Network.
Ashen Beck is on now for the Aggies. It's 9-5. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ashen Beck's senior, 6'2", 220 pounds, from Brenham, Texas. Brenham Cub. Played there at Brenham High School and then Blinn before coming to Texas A&M. Ashen Beck, best numbers on the team for the stopper of the year. 6-1 with a 1.54 ERA. 10 saves. 7 innings pitched. 47 hits, 14 runs, 12 earned. He's walked 12. He struck out 77, 185 the batting average against Ashen Beck.
1 down, bases empty. Twice against Florida. 5 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts. He got the save in the 3-2 win. He got the last 6 outs in the 6-0 shutout at clinched bracket number 2 and into the College World Series Finals. Tavares Tears the first to face him, lefty-lefty. Bouncing ball to Burton, foul wide of first. Tears 0 for 3. First pitch swinging, popped out to Gavin Grahovac. Struck out, grounded out to Caden Kent. That ended a threat in the 5th inning. Ashen Beck, the lefty, steps atop the rubber. Sends an 0-1 to the lefty Tears. Swing and a miss at that feathery change. It's 0-2. Tears adjusts the batting gloves. Slightly open stance. The back of that left-handed batter's box. The 0-2. Got him. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Unflappable.
So we all stay at the Winfrey in Hoover. Whole bunch of teams coming down in the elevator. 4 volunteers are on that elevator. And they're all saying, I hope we don't see that number 53 for Texas A&M.
Well, he comes in here tonight. They do see him. That's one way to calm down a team that just hit back-to-back home runs.
Unflappable. From the midseason watch, the preseason watch, to being named the stopper of the year. Ashen Beck, 2 down. Here's Dean Curley, 2 for 3. First pitch, fastball is a strike. It's 0-1. Again, there's not any single pitch. It's almost the same thing with Prager. No single pitch says, wow, he's got the best fastball. I will say it about the change, though. It's the best change I think I've seen. But he just flat out pitches. Just missed with a fastball high.
Well, and
1-1.
And there's the heartbeat.
Agreed.
You look at his face, you can't tell what's going on.
Nope.
Would not play poker with this man.
No, 1-1. Curley takes that down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Surrendered 2 runs at Alabama. 2 against Vanderbilt. 2 at Ole Miss. 2-1. Over for a strike, 2-2. 6 runs in 3 outings of the 12 earned runs that he has allowed. Two down, bases empty, 2 ball, 2 strike pitch from Ashen Beck. Just missed outside, 3-2. Burton was coming off the field. From first, he heads back deep in that position. Playing Dean Curley to pull on the infield, straight away and deep in the outfield. 3-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Evan Ashen Beck.
He's walking off the field just like he walked in from the bullpen.
2 more strikeouts under his belt here in the College World Series. That's now 7 strikeouts in 6 innings. 8th innings next. The Aggies have a 9-5 lead on the Tennessee Volunteers. It's Aggie baseball from Learfield.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
This is Ryan Swope fighting Texas A&M class of 13. Now that I'm not catching footballs, I'm playing golf at the golf club at Texas A&M. The golf club at Texas A&M is an 18-hole championship golf course located in the shadows of Kyle Field. The club offers discounted rates to students, faculty, and staff of Texas A&M, as well as several membership options. To learn more, visit golfclubtamu.com or call the club at 979-845-1723. Thanks and gig 'em. The golf club at Texas A&M is a proud corporate partner of Texas A&M Athletics.
Before you get to Dylan Loy, the 120th Fighter Squadron out of Colorado's National Guard, they had the flyover before game number 1, and they are honored before we get to the 8th inning. Anytime you have a flyover.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I geek out about stuff like that.
And they were on you quick.
Yes, they were.
And I tell you what, the planes pulling the banners around made sure they were nowhere to be found.
No. Nope.
Dylan Loy is on now as the Aggies lead 9-5 going to the top of the 8th inning. And Loy is a freshman left-hander from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. 6 foot, 194 pounds. Loy, best numbers below the line as far as ERA for anybody with appreciable innings. He is 2-0 with a 2.25 ERA. 19th appearance, 20th appearance. He has 5 starts, 28 innings pitched, 19 hits, 7 runs, all 7 are earned. He's walked 10, struck out 33, 192 the batting average against Pigeon Forge's maybe favorite son, just not their favorite daughter.
Not a chance. Pitched against Indiana and Evansville. Indiana in the regional. Evansville in the super regional has not pitched in the College World Series. Just a third of an inning against Indiana. He didn't even register an out.
And he'll switch Jackson Appel over to bat right-handed now.
Gave up 2 hits. Did not retire a batter. And faced just 1 batter against Evansville. And it will be Appel who will bat right against the lefty. He's going to get a little bit of a crouch and hide that baseball. Will the lefty Loy. Jackson Appel is 2 for 3. Single, double, walk. Stole his 16th base. Batting right against the lefty Loy. And leading off the 8th, 9-5 A&M. And greets him into right center field, and he's backhanded in right field. They're calling that an out, says second base umpire Grady Smith. The backhand catch by Bargo in right. He must have kept that glove somehow parallel with the ground because he was going with a backhand. How'd he catch it?
Sinking liner out there.
Yes, he did.
Oh, and then he kind of
pancaked
the wrist bent backwards with the glove on the ground as his dive continued on through. That's the second diving piece of robbery the Vols have put on the Aggies tonight.
Now I see what Schloss is saying because that glove, but I think it's going to stay in the web. But he's got the glove is actually pointing down on the grass, and somehow it gets in that pocket.
And now he's
or
watching,
in that webbing.
He's watching his own replay on the big screen. He's ready to see.
Because that's my first thought. When he went to the backhand with the glove down, I thought it hit, and he kind of smothered it. Yeah. But I think the Aggies are going to be out of challenges, and then anything they need, it has to be umpire reviewed.
Confirmed. Texas A&M is charged their second challenge, and they have no more remaining for the game.
Again, it can be an umpire reviewed or umpire generated review, but the Aggies have no more challenges.
Because he catches that in the web. Just catches it in the web.
Yeah.
And then turns the glove down to the ground.
Hayden Schott the batter. Lefty, down and away with a slider. 1-0.
And I talked about their defense. It was not their outfield defense.
No, not at all. Although Chapman had that bobble, and right is one of the 3 errors. Schott takes a fastball for a strike.
Tennessee, they have made some plays in the outfield all week.
The Hensley going into the wall. That's why Tiers is in center. He makes that grab in left center on Burton, a diving grab.
They're going to have a highlight reel to put together when they get back home.
1-1. Too high, 2-1 the count to Hayden Schott. Single with an RBI and a run scored in the third. A double, reached on an error. He's been aboard 3 of the 4 plate appearances. Officially 2 for 4. At RBI now 62 on the year and 11 in the postseason. Third here in the College World Series. 2-1. Out of play left side. 2-2 to Hayden Schott. Appel retired on the grab by Bargo and Wright. 2-2 the count to Hayden Schott. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. 9-5. Texas A&M. Playing him to pull on the infield. The other way in left. That is Dreiling. 2-2 is fouled left side over the Tennessee dugout.
And nobody up for Tennessee, so this might be the end of the bullpen game tonight.
Two ball, 2 strike count to Hayden Schott. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 away. Well, this is the 4th lefty that Tennessee has thrown against the Aggies here in game 1. Stamos the starter. Cannell. Banky. Now Loy. Here's Ted Burton. Smashed a single his last time up.
Yes. And just hit it so hard you couldn't have somebody make a diving play.
Topper up the third base line that could not be fielded by Banky. Bouncing ball towards third. Amick side of the bag. Across the diamond. Burton won first pitch swinging. The Aggies retired in order in the top of the 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th next. Texas A&M owns a 9-5 lead on Tennessee. It's Aggie baseball from Learfield.
On game day, there's nothing better than yelling for the Aggies at the plate with a Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cold, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea for the 12th man. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Traveling the road together. Whether the highway is smooth or the road gets rough, Ford SUVs offer the technology, capability, and the confidence to see you through. And that's why we say,
Ford is the best in Texas.
Like the 12th man, Valero stands ready right now. We're proud to partner with Texas A&M Athletics because together we are leading tomorrow with actions today. That's how we're changing the game right now. Right now, we move to the bottom of the 8th. It is 9-5. The Aggies lead the Volunteers. 8-9-1 for Tennessee. And that includes Dalton Bargo, who made that catch, robbing Jackson Appel, leading off the top of this 8th inning. 9-5 Aggies, Evan Ashen Beck. Final 2 outs of that 7th inning. Aggies are up 9-2 after the 2-run home run by Caden Kent. And Tennessee scored 3 in the bottom of the 7th. 2-run home run by Dylan Dreiling. Hunter Ensley followed with a solo shot. 9-5, bottom of the 8th. Lefty here. Ashen Beck and Bargo. Kent, 4 steps beyond second on the outfield grass. First pitch swinging into the nets to the on-deck circle where it's collected by Cal Stark. 0-1. Bargo struck out against Josh Stewart, pinch hitting in the 6th. Open stance from the left-hander against the lefty Ashen Beck. 0-1. Fastball runs away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Camareo shaded towards the middle. Kent, as we said, on the outfield grass. Grahovac will now vacate third, go to the right of second base. Burton is also on the outfield grass. That's where he starts on the 1-1. On the outside corner with that cutter, it's 1-2.
Yeah, Aggies
Man, it's a good pitch.
A&M hadn't faced a lot of 1-1 pitches tonight, but they hadn't won a lot of them either. But that's a win there for Evan Ashen Beck to get him down in the count 1-2.
Steps on top of the rubber, glove in front of his chest, and sends a 1-2 home. Fouled over the net behind home plate. Camareo, the lone fielder on the left side at shorts.
When the 1-1 counts, I have the Aggies now unofficially with 4 strikes thrown in 12 occasions they've faced a 1-1.
So 4 1-2s versus 8 2-1 pitches. Lefty here, 1-2 on the way. Got him, swing and a miss. He struck him out, the cutter away.
Yeah, not even in the strike zone, but in a position now where you can't hold up.
So Bargo and Chapman in that 8-hole. 0 for 3 combined with a sacrifice. Here's Cal Stark, the catcher. Right-handed hitting catcher is 0 for 2 with a walk. 1 down. Bottom of the 8th, 9-5 A&M. The lefty Ashen Beck, the right-handed hitting Stark. First pitch swinging into right center field. Jace is over in the gap. First pitch swinging, 2 away.
Moved to that ball with no problem whatsoever.
Well, and then this is what Evan Ashen Beck does, kind of like Ryan Prager. He's faced 4 hitters. He's thrown first pitch strikes to all 4. Just gets an out there, but he's working ahead immediately in the count thus far.
That's why Ryan's 60 strikes and 81 pitches. Stewart, 33 strikes and 56 pitches.
Yeah, and I had Ryan at 15 first pitch strikes facing 19 hitters.
Here's Christian Moore, who's 0 for 4. Bases empty, 2 away. In the bottom of the 8th, 9-5 Aggies. Ashen Beck's pitch. First pitch swinging, lifts that over the net and over the Aggie dugout, first base side. It's 0-1.
I wonder if they would think he had a little bit too much in the strike zone for them to spoil some of those pitches.
Who's that?
Prager.
Maybe.
On some of those 0-2 pitches that went for hits that it just didn't turn those 0-2s into 1-2s.
Out of play right side, 0-2. I mean, that's how you collect 6 more strikeouts for Ryan, like 125 this year, right about.
Yeah.
He's not Hagen Smith with makes you chase, but Ryan will make you chase just off. Yeah. 2 strikes on Christian Moore. 2 down, bases empty in the bottom of the 8th. 9-5 Aggies here in game 1. Pitch. Got him, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1, 2, 3. Opening and closing the inning with strikeouts. 4 of the 5 Volunteers Evan Ashen Beck has faced. He has struck out. and the emotion of Evan coming off the mound.
Hey, he can,
pumping that chest.
He can be excited too.
Well, they're feeling
showboating.
3 more outs to a 1-0 lead.
All I just learned is if you've got the royal flush, he's going to pump the chest when he lays the cards down.
Better believe it. We go to the 9th. 9-5. Texas A&M leads Tennessee. Aggie baseball from Learfield.
Pool guy.
The pool guy is the guy. He's taken care of my pool for years.
What's his name?
My guy? The pool guy.
Yeah, but what's his name?
The pool guy.
Does he sell pool toys?
Yep, just go to the pool store in Tower Point Shopping Center.
So let me get this straight. Your pool guy is...
The pool guy.
And he has the pool store with pool cleaning and service guys?
You got it. And he builds new pools and renovates existing pools.
I'd still like to know his name.
It's the pool guy. 575-6200.
This is Ryan Prager. You're listening to Aggie Baseball on the Texas A&M Sports Network.
9-pitch, bottom of the 8th for Evan Ashen Beck to retire Tennessee in order. We go to the 9th for the Aggies. Sorrell, Camadeo, and Kent. Caden is 2 for 4. Ollie is 1 for 3, but also aboard on an error. Caden is 3 for 4 with a homer and 4 driven in. But first, Sorrell against the lefty Dylan Loy. Caden, 2 singles, 2 driven in. Drove in the second run in the first, drove in a run in the 5-run third. Lefty-lefty with Loy. First pitch, fastball's a strike. It's 0-1. Caden with 2 hits. Now 5 in the College World Series. Now 7 in the postseason.
And Caden picks up his bat, and he's down in the hole getting ready.
0-1. Sorrell out of play. Behind home plate, 0-2. Remember, we opened up this College World Series against Florida. Caden Sorrell, his RBI double in that 3rd inning gave the Aggies a 3-0 lead, and they won that game 3-2. He had 2 hits in the Super Regional, or in the postseason up until then. They were both home runs, and they were big ones. 0-2, swing and a miss. Struck him out, down and away.
Still looking at the batting lineup right now. Only Jace Laviolette failing to get a hit, but he also reached on the base on ball. So
it's 14th of the postseason.
Yeah, everybody's been on base. Everybody's contributed. Everybody's passed the bat down, one guy to another.
The other part of that is I think Travis Chestnut is the only one in the lineup who hadn't scored tonight.
Here's Camadeo.
Now, Travis is 1 for 3. He's got a hit, but he's the only one in the lineup that hadn't scored a run tonight.
This is going to have to change in the future. First pitch to Camadeo is a fastball. You have to be ready as a batter by 10 seconds, right? Ready and alert. But the clock is starting later in this, and Ollie just had to sit there, and you have no repercussion. You can't step out. One strike on Camadeo. Pitch from Loy. Slider's a strike. It's 0-2.
See? It's a good 2.5, 3 seconds before they start.
And
the
he's
clock.
not even on the mound, and it's at 15 now.
Yeah,
he swiped the top of that rubber.
Yeah, when he catches the ball is when the clock is supposed to start.
It has been later, and I'm fine for letting the game breathe in this situation. Games like this, Ali fouls that off to the right. He was jammed. I'm all for. I don't want to be so flipping literal in big moments. But that started really late, and Ollie has no repercussion. He's got to sit there and wait. Something has got to change for the offense moving forward with the pitch clock. He's on top of the rubber, still hasn't started. So Ollie has to sit here until he throws a pitch. He still has 15 on the clock. Grounded foul, third base side. I don't know what the answer is. Because if you keep calling that timeout, we're going to get back. You know what I mean? But it's advantage pitcher right now. Well, painfully advantage for a pitcher. Schloss thinks that you're going to have to be alert and ready ready and alert by 8 seconds.
Right.
That may be as early as next year.
Well, Ollie's expecting them to start the clock a little sooner.
I agree.
He's gotten used to it being done by the letter of the law back at Olsen Field.
Yeah. Another 0-2. High and away, 1-2.
So if Ollie will stand out, so now he's taking his normal rhythm and he's in at 14 because they actually started the clock on time.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody's listening to us. Do we have a bug in here somewhere?
Sure. Let's go with that. 1-2. The Commodore. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. If they were listening to us, Scott, I wouldn't have to do what I do every Lent.
Well, if they were listening, then I should have gone into a booth in game one and said something about it because I noticed it in the first game of the College World Series that they were not running it the same way.
2 down for Caden Kent. 2-run home run his last time up. 2-run single in the third. Singled in the fifth. He's 3 for 4. Lefty-lefty with Dylan Loy. First pitch, fastball below the knees.
All right, his 14 RBIs they just showed is the second most in the NCAA tournament this year. So who's first?
Second most?
Yes.
In the NCAAs?
Yes.
Foul tipped into the mitt. Okay, so Tennessee in the tournament. It's neither of these two teams.
Yeah. Maybe the guy from NC State who went crazy in regional, super regional.
Oh, geez, yeah. 1-1. Down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and a strike to Caden Kent. 2 down, bases empty. We're in the top of the 9th. It's 9-5 A&M. Clubs that over Ryan Targach in the first base coach's box.
Paul Bunyan swing on that one.
Yes, it was. Two balls, 2 strikes to Caden Kent. 2 down, the bases are empty. The lefty Loy, the lefty Kent. The 2-2 pitch. Into center field where Kavar's tears. Towards right center, Aggies retired. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Texas A&M 9, Tennessee 5. This is Aggie Baseball from Learfield.
Slovacek's Hickory Smoked Sausage is what game days in Aggie land are all about. Slovacek's has been a part of the Aggie community since 1957, and it's made just down the road in Snook, Texas. Each batch of Slovacek sausage is still crafted using the original Czech recipe Aggies have loved for decades. So the next time you find yourself craving a taste of Aggie land, look for Slovacek's at your local grocer or visit our store, featured on the Texas bucket list on I-35 in West. Slovacek's, the official sausage of Texas A&M Athletics.
This is Ryan Swope, fighting Texas A&M class of 13. Now that I'm not catching footballs, I'm playing golf at the golf club at Texas A&M. The golf club at Texas A&M is an 18-hole championship golf course located in the shadows of Kyle Field. The club offers discounted rates to students, faculty, and staff of Texas A&M, as well as several membership options. To learn more, visit golfclubtamu.com or call the club at 979-845-1723. Thanks and gig 'em. The golf club at Texas A&M is a proud corporate partner of Texas A&M Athletics.
This is Caden Sorrell. You're listening to Aggie Baseball on the Texas A&M Sports Network.
Caden Sorrell is 2 for 5 with 2 runs driven in. He's in left field for the bottom of the 9th inning. The Aggies, the 9-5 lead. Our SeatGeek next game is tomorrow at 1, 12:45 with our pregame show. The Aggies will either have a 1-0 lead in this College World Series, or Tennessee will have completed a comeback.
Well, and for a big showcase for college baseball, like Game 2 of Oklahoma and Texas, are going to move this over the air to ABC.
Yeah.
And it is
I wish it wasn't a day game after a night game.
Right.
It's a little thing, but
when you've got the best product you've ever had with 2 of as good a teams as played in the College World Series.
Can't wait to see the ratings of this one.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's show that college baseball is the sport that we love.
Agreed. 4 top-rated games involve the Aggies and the Volunteers. First pitch to Blake Burke is a fastball to the left-handed hitting first baseman. Burke is 2 for 4. Single, double, run scored. The lefty Ashen Beck. The left-handed hitting Burke. 1 strike on him, leading off the bottom of the 9th, 9-5 Aggies. Pitch. Down and away with a fastball. Ball and a strike. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Texas A&M Athletics. And whether you're buying or selling baseball tickets, SeatGeek's the place to do it. SeatGeek.com, so fans can fan. Stepping atop the rumbers, the left-hander Ashen Beck. Sends a 1-1 to Burke. Down low with a change, 2-1. That was inside. 9-5 Aggies. They've out-hit the Volunteers 13-10. Tennessee owns all 3 errors in this game. Deep on the right side of this infield. Burton on the grass. Caden Kent about 5 steps on the grass. The other way, foul. And that's unleashed. There's no netting down there. 2-2 the count to Blake Burke. Burton deep on the grass at first. Kent 5 steps on the grass, second. Camarillo starts with his heels on the grass at short. And Grahovac deep at third. All 3 outfielders are deep. Sorrell in left, Chestnut in center, Laviolette in right. Ashen Beck sends a 2-2 to Burke. Too high with a fastball. It's 3-2.
Couldn't get him to jump at that one.
Lefty Ashen Beck, the lefty Burke, leading off the bottom of the 9th. 9-5 A&M. Ashen Beck sends a 3-2 home. Fouled, backing out of play. Stays 3-2. Camarillo slightly up the middle. Grahovac slightly towards that 5-6 hole on the left side. Burke adjusts the batting gloves. Dirt off the spikes. He stands into that left-handed batter's box. 3-2 the count to Blake Burke, leading off for Tennessee. Ashen Beck steps on top of that rubber. Burke is ready, so's Ashen Beck. Here's the 3-2 home. Foul. He came in on the hands, and he fouls that into the net above the Tennessee dugout on the third base side.
And now they're not running the pitch clock at all. So Burke gets as much time before he steps in. Still have not started it.
Once again, Evans steps atop that rubber. First base side, 3-2. Foul left side. Past the dugout, down left field, foul territory, 3-2. This is a battle. This is where Burke is so good. Who does Burke look at? He's not looking at the Aggie dugout, but he looks just as we look down to the left of that dugout behind home plate. Another 3-2. Called strike 3. He struck him out. No thanks, just looking. 1 away. Is that the cutter, Scott?
Yeah. Wow. Spun it in there.
Burke was looking for something else.
Yeah.
3 strikeouts for him. That is now 5 strikeouts for Ashen Beck. He faces Billy Amick, the right-handed hitting third baseman. Struck out twice, walked twice. First pitch. The change is over, 0-1. Playing Amick to pull on the infield. Outfield straight away and deep. One down, bottom of the ninth. 9-5 Aggies, 0-1. Bounced foul past the third base coach who stands there stoically. 0-2 now.
That's Round Rock native Josh Elander, who played for Jim Schlossnagle at TCU.
Will be a head coach someday.
Oh, yeah.
2 strikes on Amick. One down. Bases empty in the ninth. The pitch from Evan Ashen Beck. Down and away. Wouldn't chase. 1-2. The other thing about Ashen Beck, there's always a purpose to each pitch, is there not?
Yes. And also the trust that we don't have to conserve the number of pitches.
Into left field for a base hit. Amick, the one-out single. 2 hops to Sorrell. Another 2-strike single by Tennessee. I'm telling you, you don't hit .311 because every count's in your favor.
No.
They're so good at that.
Well, that one was a pitch out of the strike at the low part or out of the strike zone that he went down and got. And he got it to Dreiling and Inslee, who have, driven in 4 and had 2 home runs between them.
This is Dreiling, the 2-run home run, his last time up. This is the last pitch by Josh Stewart. Amick at first. Burton will play behind him with 1 out here in the ninth. Lefty is a fastball low. 1-0. Schloss directing that defense. Camarillo bit towards the middle. 1-0. Fastball on the inner half for a strike. 1-1. Dreiling, the 2-run home run to go with 2 singles. He's 3 for 4. With the homer, 2 driven in, 2 runs scored. Lefty against Ashen Beck. Amick at first with 1 away. The 1-1. Too high with a fastball. And that was in the buffer zone. That's the thing with the TrackMan. Some of that high strike above the belt has been called a strike by home plate umpire Mike Morris. It's now 2-1 to Dreiling with Amick at first. 1 away in the ninth, 9-5 Aggies. Into right field. Jace is over, plays it on a hop. To third goes Amick. First and third, 1 away here in the ninth. 9-5 Aggies. Surprised Amick did not take second base at any point with Burton playing behind him.
Yeah, that was, and he just had a normal lead there, and
on none of those pitches did he ever try he could just get a walking lead, unless they were thinking that Burton might almost backpick him at first.
Right.
First and third. 1 away here in the ninth. 9-5 Aggies. Here's Hunter Ensley, who is 3 for 4. Solo home run his last time up. RBI single. Fastball down the heart for a strike. It's 0-1. They're at the corners with 1 away. We're in the ninth. The Aggies have the 9-5 lead. They were up 9-2. Tennessee scored 3 in the bottom of the 7th. They've got 2 on, 1 outs. Runner at first is Dreiling. The runner at third is Amick, the 0-1. Also a strike. It's 0-2.
Virtually identical pitch right there.
Cutter.
Yes.
You wonder if he would sit on a changeup here. First and third, 1 away. 9-5 Aggies, bottom of the ninth, the pitch. Bounces up there, blocked by Appel. Who wants a new baseball and will get one from home plate umpire Mike Morris.
And Dreiling 4 or 5 on stolen bases, so not really the gap-to-gap guy that you have a couple others in their lineup.
1-2. Found straight back. Back to third goes Billy Amick, who singled with 1 out. At first, Dylan Dreiling, who followed that single with a single to right center. First and third, 1 away. 1-2 the count to Hunter Ensley, the DH. From the right side. He's driven in 2 tonight. 3 hits, 2 singles, a solo home run. Ashen Beck, glove below the belt. Sends a 1-2 home. Got him, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 away here in the 9th. And 6 strikeouts for Ashen Beck. And here's Kavares Tears.
And left on left. Got to feel that Ashen Beck can see that finish line.
Tears is 0 for 4. But remember, he owns a 3-run home run off the Aggies at the SEC tournament in Hoover. Playing him to pull on the infield. Deep in the outfield. Lefty, Ashen Beck and Tears. 9-5, 2 down here in the 9th. The pitch. Fouled as his first pitch swinging. He fouls that over the nets. 0-1.
And Burton playing behind the runner, and Dreiling did not try to go to second.
Aggies will give him second base. Open stance for the left-handed hitting Tears. Ashen Beck comes set. The 0-1 home. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Runners at the corners with 2 away. 12th man on its feet. Volunteers on their feet. Runners at the corners, 2 away. The 0-2 to Tears. Out of play. Rev it up all over again. 9-5 Aggies are in the bottom of the 9th. There's 2 on, 2 out. Runners at the corners for Tennessee. 2-strike count to Kavares Tears. Lefty-lefty matchup with Evan Ashen Beck. Owns 6 strikeouts in this relief outing. 0-2. The pitch from Evan. Out of play over the Tennessee dugout, third base side. Tears, only 2 home runs last year. And in this offseason, a nutritionist worked out and said, right field is mine. Earned that job. He's had to move to center because of Ensley's injury. 2 strikes on him. Runners at the corners, 2 away. Bounces up there, blocked by Appel. No advance from first by Dreiling. 1-2, the count to Tears. Strikeout of Blake Burke, called strike 3. Amick, a 2-strike single to left. Dreiling, a single to right, puts him at first and third. The strikeout of Ensley for the second out. Here's the 1-2 to Tears. Got him, swing and a miss, and the fighting Texas Aggies take game number 1 over the Tennessee Volunteers, 9-5. Evan Ashen Beck needed 8 outs. He got 7 strikeouts. The stopper of the year. Brilliance again. 9-5 A&M.
And you put yourself one more opening a day away from hosting the big trophy.
Tennessee got 3 in the bottom of the 7th to make it 9-5. Good.
They weren't going to go away. But you stood there and took their best shot. And Super Cub did not blink.
No, he didn't. Texas A&M with a 9-5 win over Tennessee. Game number 1 of the College World Series Finals to the fighting Texas Aggies. Our post game is next. This is Aggie Baseball from Learfield.
No matter your favorite game day traditions, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on an Aggie win. Community Coffee is proud to be the official coffee of Texas A&M Athletics, serving Aggie Nation with rich and smooth blends, crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the Texas A&M family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better way than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
The Warehouse at CC Creations, a preferred partner of Texas A&M Athletics, is the Guinness